YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Crypto J coming at you guys with yet another J Talks Crypto. If you're brand new to the channel, hit the subscribe button as well as bell notification. I do my best each and every day to give you guys the top picks in cryptocurrency. Guys, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Today we're going to talk about some Bitcoin. We're going to talk about some XRP coin. We're going to talk about some ETH, some Solana. We're talking about it all, boys. But before we get into it, I got to let you know, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm just the homie Crypto J. Just talking about things that are trending in cryptocurrencies. You guys could see $2.7 trillion market cap, Bitcoin coming in at 86. And we're wondering, can Bitcoin reclaim this 88 level? As you guys could see, now breaking above the 86.5. This is big levels here, guys. We need to see some positivity on this retest. We could have possibly already created a wedge here on the 1 day. We did see a huge price pump happen already, but are we continuing this uptrend, guys? Are we starting to create some support on Bitcoin? Was 78 actually the bottom? Is Bitcoin about to melt faces, or are we going to see yet another rejection? We did talk about the fact that usually we'll see big price action happen later on in the week. I actually feel like the price action is going to really take place tomorrow. Whether we're going to break out or really see a big breakdown, I don't think we're going to see too much happen today. Just because, again, tomorrow is when the market closes, or the market closes on Friday, and Thursday's usually when market sentiment, I feel like, starts to set in terms of how people are going to be feeling for the weekend. If we can break above this 88 level, get that 89 to 90 range, that's going to be huge, guys. It's going to be a big confirmation. It'll be a sign that we are actually starting to turn this thing around, in my opinion, because again, right now we are creating a wedge, right? But we can possibly be breaking out, or we could possibly be breaking down. We're still in a downtrend. We're literally kind of riding that support right now. And I told you guys how important it is that we get above that level of 89. Let's see exactly where we're at on the 1 day in terms of this candle closing, right? Are we still looking solid, or are we looking like we're rejecting off, right? It looks like we're possibly bouncing off this bottom level here, and again creating some green. Interesting. We've seen this thing reject in this zone before, so we just have to be careful. And I told you guys, if we're able to make it to this like 89-90k level, that's going to be a big deal. It's a sign that we might start seeing a confirmation of a breakout. And look at this thing, it is really starting to run pretty close to 87. I mean, if we can break above 89, I mean, shoot, man, we could start kicking off an altcoin season pretty soon. Like, it's pretty crazy. But again, we're still in a downtrend. The market can really go either way. What are we seeing right now, guys? Do you guys think that this was just a crazy month of March and kind of crazy February as well, and now we're starting to pick up in volume now? Or again, do you guys think that this is just a fake out? You guys think that we're going to start breaking down pretty soon? I definitely want to know. Again, Bitcoin coming in at 86.9 right now. Interesting. The plot thickens, boys. The plot thickens. Let's talk about some of these other coins that I know you guys are interested in, like Ethereum, right? What's going to happen to Ethereum and XRP and Solana? What's going to happen to these coins now? Really, again, it's really in the fate of the market, right? Ethereum right now looking very volatile, very much lacking in volume right now, still creating a rising wedge, not looking super hot, but you guys could see the Moon Boys is out. Moon Boys is thinking it's bullish still, and it could be bullish, except for the fact that it's kind of just been lacking in volume for the past year, down 41%. Definitely something I'm paying attention to on ETH, and the fact that it just keeps creating this bear flag after bear flag, again, kind of concerning. And we could be creating again that bear flag again, that Nike check that I tell you guys so much. Nike check meaning don't do it. The opposite, right? Nike check means don't do it. And we might again see some more sell-off in Ethereum if it doesn't want to pick up in volume. Look at this 1 year chart also showing nasty bear flag, right? Coming in at 1900 right now. But honestly, I evaluate this closer to this like 1100, 1200 range. I think that probably Ethereum's going to probably see a sell-off if Bitcoin does decide want to see it off. Now, if Bitcoin decided to want to pick up, the whole market could pick up, or maybe Ethereum will not pick up very much. Ethereum has not been picking up very much, and over this past cycle, it's been very much kind of lame. It's been very depressing. It's been very underperforming in terms of how it's done, but at the same time, it's because you got things like Solana, that have been performing so well. And even as you could see in the past 24 hours where the volume is going back on these Bitcoin pumps. And that's one thing I talk about. I say, pay attention to where the volume goes on these Bitcoin dips, because that lets you kind of know market sentiment right there. Even if the market does go down another level, a lot of these people might be looking for these same coins. And again, look at Solana starting to pump, right? But the only thing that I'm concerned again with Solana is just the amount of scams that we had on the Solana chain last time. Again, these guys are going to want to make money. They're going to want to be stocking up on Solana for this meme coin cycle. But at the same time, I just feel like Solana starting to develop a reputation more like the Binance Smart Chain, right? BNB was a great idea, right? Because we were all tired of paying Ethereum fees at the time, guys. We were paying insane Ethereum fees. I've paid hundreds of dollars for just to make a trade that I could lose thousands of dollars in. It was insane. But again, that's what happens when you're early in cryptocurrency. You get to deal with that kind of volatility. And again, at that time, we were dealing with high gas prices. Anyway, they came out with the Binance Smart Chain and things just got crazy volatile. And in my opinion, that was because people were able to sell and it cost like nothing to sell. And so I feel like when you're building on a blockchain that costs very little to sell, a lot of these coins are very volatile. But then when you also have on top of that so many scams that are built on top of the chain, it just yikes, hopefully Solana gets on top of that. But again, I'm just a little bit concerned about Solana in terms of like its reputation that it's gotten. It does look like it's picking up in volume, right? You can't deny the fact that it's definitely performing out of all the coins in the top 10. I'm just saying a little concerned about some of the stuff that we've seen over the past cycle on Solana. So, but again, Solana could do very well, especially if NFTs pop off. Usually I think NFTs pop off after meme coins. This market just has a cycle, guys. Usually these big DeFi projects are going to be the first thing that will run. Blue chips also will run. Sometimes you'll have days where, again, DeFi is running. Sometimes you'll have days where like Oracle coins, like Band and Chainlink and stuff like that are running. Sometimes you'll have days where privacy coins are running. It'll be like a lot of blue chips, so it won't be a lot of the meme coins and stuff running. And then you'll see after that cycle, you'll start seeing these coins, and it'll usually be an outlier coin like Dogecoin or SHIB, or maybe one of these big coins like, I don't know. There's so many big coins now, and so many, like Pepe too was another coin that could possibly kick off an alt cycle if Pepe wants to start pumping. And then usually those altcoins or those meme coins start following behind that coin that's, pumping. And then again, people start getting more into meme coins, and that's just kind of how it works. And then after that, I feel like there's usually an NFT cycle. And I was saying that to say, like, I feel like there could still be an NFT cycle, and that Solana NFTs could possibly do well this year. I know Ethereum NFTs did really well last time, and maybe Solana NFTs are going to be like the next big thing that people are going to want to jump on. Just like all these pump fund things and all this stuff, maybe those Solana NFTs. And I just started getting back kind of into that group of people just to kind of see kind of what they're talking about and the communities and stuff like that. I'm interested to know though, if you're in any NFT programs or any NFT projects that are on Solana, let me know in the comment section. Let's talk about XRP, because XRP is the reason why a lot of you guys are here. XRP's been doing pretty well today. So you guys could see we have been creating higher lows, but yikes, look at that big candle just printing like that. Pretty nasty, right? Looking like we possibly created a wedge, and now we're falling bear on that. That's not good, because again, we need to keep bullish on this chart, right? We don't want to start seeing this start breaking down. And we did talk about the fact that it's a possibility. Look, we have a bear flag forming right here. And as you guys could see, now it might be starting to break down on the 7-day. Don't want to start creating another shoulder, head, shoulder, seeing price do another one of these things and another retest of some of these lower levels here. I was saying also in one of my last videos that we really do not want to retest that $2 range. We really got to stay above that for XRP to be looking healthy. If this thing wants to take a tumble, it can come tumbling down. And somebody said that we had some support at 185. And I'm just like, bro, we do not have a ton of support anywhere on this chart, brother. I don't know what you're referring to, but there's just not a ton of support for XRP. So again, we have a lot more support in some of these lower ranges. As you guys could see, there's not much support at 185. it's pretty much not a ton of support until you get down again until like these lower ranges here. And I really think that it's going to get probably closer to like 135. I feel like this range 135, 140, right, where kind of where we were like back in May. I feel like it'll drop down there and then it'll start seeing a recovery. Like, we got to be careful here because look, shoulder, head, shoulder also. This is not looking hot right now. It's looking actually very not hot. We also got this big McDonald's M. That's another thing I say about that McDonald's M forming. That means I'm not loving it, right? You got the McDonald's M, and then you got this bear flag. There's a lot of bearish things that are going on in this weekly chart here that have me a little bit concerned on XRP. But again, a lot of the market is just looking funky. It looks like it's sitting in limbo, waiting on Bitcoin to do what it's going to do. This 1 month chart is looking like, I don't know, maybe we might have found a bottom, or maybe this thing again creating just a giant bear flag on the 1 month also is a possibility. I want to know what you guys think, though. Let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you guys have not yet tapped into my Patreon, check out my Patreon. It's a great resource, whether you're brand new to cryptocurrency or whether you've been doing this a long time. Got a ton of resources in there for you guys, as well as we keep you guys updated on news, things like airdrops and stuff like that. So tap into that so you can stay informed, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Hit subscribe, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.